All right, y'all good on 1. Let's go to 2.
Leanna's asking for Phelps. Yeah, she's asking Phelps.
All right, Leanna, what's our center on number 2?
-3, -2.
-3 down 2. I agree. So let's start writing your answer.
See, I'm doing
All right, so we got x plus 3 squared on top. We got y plus 2 squared on top. All right, so Braden, what's our radius on the x-axis? X-axis.
1.
1. So 1 squared is 1. Now, Braden, what's the radius on the y? 5. 5 squared is 25. I think we're good. Everybody should be good on those two. All right, so I'll do 3 and 4 with you. Maybe you can do 5 by yourself. Let's go to 3. All right, 3. What is our center going to be if we don't have any parentheses on the x and the y? 0, 0. So 0, 0 is our center. Go to 0, 0 and put your point. All right, x-axis first, Matthew. What is the radius going to be on the x-axis? Take the square root of 16, you get 4, right?
-4.
Well, you go positive 4 and negative 4. You go 4 in both directions on the x-axis.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Up 1, down 1.
There you go. Up 1, down 1. Draw your oval. I'll wait on it. All right, so how do we find the length of the major axis? Major axis just means the one that's longer. Look, this one's longer on the x-axis. 4 plus 4 is 8. Minor axis is 2 because you got 1 here to here and 1 here to here, right? All right, so number 3 was really easy. Question on 3 before we go to 4. All right, number 4. All right, Brianna, what's our center on number 4? -1 and -2. Go -1 down 2, put your point. All right, major axis. So the length of the major axis. Square root of 25 is 5. So let's graph on the y-axis up and down. We'll go 5 in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, somebody find the square root of 7 for me. Make it a decimal.
2.6.
2.6. We good? So on the x-axis, left to right, 1, 2.6. 1, 2.6. Draw your oval. Yep. Everything on this paper is an oval. We've done circles. That was our first shape. What was our second shape? Parabola. Now we're doing ovals. There's actually some more shapes, but this is our last one. All right. So, Matthew, explain to me how we find the length of the major axis. Good. So look, this number, the way I like to do it, this number is bigger than this number. So this is going to be your major. Times that by 2, you get 10. Times that by 2, you get 5.2. All right? All right, y'all do 5 now. All right, so if you look back at number 5, for example, our equation, guys, for an ellipse, everything has to equal 1, remember? If it doesn't equal 1, we got to fix that. So, on this problem, we're going to divide everything by 24 all the way down. Write that. Whatever's on the right side of the equal sign is what you divide by. All right, so our equation, now look, if you'll just type in 6 over 24 in your calculator, it will reduce it for you. So this is going to be x squared over 4. Does everybody remember how to type in the fraction button? All right. 2 over 24 will give us y squared over 12 equals 1. I have to see that equation. That is your standard form for the ellipse. All right, so 6, 7, and 8 are really all done the exact same way. All right, so what is our center if we don't have parentheses on the x or the y? 0, 0, right? All right, so Jacob Baum, what is my radius on the x-axis? Yep. Radius here is 2. How about on the y-axis? Make it a decimal. Root 12 is 3.5. Okay. So now how are we going to find the major axis? We're not graphing it this time. We just got to use these two numbers. Yeah. The bigger one's 3.5. Times it by 2, you get 7. Minus 2, double it, you get 4. All right, that is how you do 6, 7, and 8.
Get your facts right, Matthew.
All right, so number 7, we got 9, we got 9, we got... No, that's not right. What am I doing? All right, it's got to equal 1, so we have to divide by 81 to make it equal 1. So I've got x squared over 9 plus y squared over 27 equals 1. All right, so our center once again is 0, 0. All right, our major axis. You take the bigger number, which is 27, you find the square root of 27. Let's do that. Square root of 27 is 5.2. Double that, and your major axis is 10.4, correct? Minus 6. All right, so y'all are good on these. Do 8, and then I will help you on 9, 10, 11, and 12. And the parabolas. All right, put your phones up for a minute. We're going to make our groups just like we did on the circles. All right, look at your group for your x's. What am I going to divide these by? It's got a 4 in front of the x squared. You have to put your 4 out in front right here. We get x squared, 8 divided by 4, minus 2x, then your box. Okay, do we have to divide the y's by anything? No, it's just y squared. So we just do our group, y squared plus 6y, then your box. What happens to the plus 9 that doesn't have an x or a y? Move it over, make it a negative 9. All right, so just like we did on the circles and the parabolas, we got to fill in the box. What box? What goes in this box right here? Complete the square, you get a 1 there. Now, here's the trick, remember. 4 times 1 is positive 4. So if we got a plus 4 there, we got a plus 4 there. Just like we did on the circles. Whatever you add on one side of the equal sign, you got to add on the other. All right, fill in this box. Plus 9 here, plus 9 here. We still good? All right, next step. We bring down the 4. Just like we did on the circles. What's going to go in this parenthesis? X minus 1, and then the square is outside the parenthesis, right? Same thing over here. Y plus 3 squared. Add these 3 up. I can do that in my head. That's 4. All right, I'll let you write it down. All right, so our last step, if it's the standard form of the equation for an ellipse, remember it's got to equal 1. How can we make this equation equal 1? Divide everything by 4, because 4 was on the right side of the equal sign. Now you will have your standard form. So these cross out, right? So I got x minus 1 squared over 1. Nothing cancels here, so I got y plus 3 squared over 4 equals 1. All right, this is your equation for your ellipse. Now, if you want to skip a step to get to that, that's fine. I'm just asking you to show me one step and then show me that equation right there that I have a box around.
Should be
Positive 1, negative 3 is our center. Good. All right, major axis. Let's take the square root of the bigger number. The bigger number is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. Double it, you get 4 for the major. The minor, what's the square root of 1? Double it. 2. It's a little harder when you don't graph them because you can't count. You have to do it that way. All right, so that's how we're going to do 9, 10, 11, and 12. A little bit of work we got to show. What do we divide the x's by? All right, we got a 16 with our x squared, guys. We got 16, we got x squared. Somebody help me, what's 96 divided by 16? So I got negative 6 in my box. Okay, what do we divide our y group by? 25. So I got 25, got my y squared. 200 divided by 25 is 8. Is that correct? In my box. And it equals negative 144. All right, I'm going to stop. See if y'all can do the next step by yourself. All right, let's fill in your boxes. So half of 6 is 3, squared is 9. Now don't forget this part. 16 times 9 is 144. So that means I got to put another plus 144 on this side. All right, half of 8 is 4, squared is 16. I need some help here. What's 25 times 16? 400. That means I got to put a plus 400 on this side as well. All right, so next step, I leave the 16 in front of the parentheses. X minus 3 goes in the parentheses, squared. All right, we leave the 25 in front of the parentheses. Y minus 4 goes in the parentheses equals, well, that's 400. All right, so remember, every problem's got to equal 1 on the ellipse. So what do I divide everything by from here? 400. Y'all can finish that one up. All right, number 11. Leanna, what am I going to divide my x's by on number 11? Guys, notice they've got everything kind of flipped around. They don't have the x's in the first spot.
12.
We divide by 12. All right, I got you. We're going to divide by 12 on our x's. So it's x squared minus 4x, then your box. All right, Matthew, what do I divide my y's by? 18 will be y squared. Somebody help me. What's 144 divided by 18? All right, that's what I've got so far. Can I do the next step, or I need to wait a minute? All right, so now we're going to fill in the box. Get your box. Fill that box in. Right there. So half of 4 is 2, squared is 4. Now don't forget this step. 12 times 4 is 48, so we need a plus 48 over here as well. Whatever you add to one side, you got to add to the other. All right, half of 8 is 4, squared is 16. Wow, I need some help here. What's 288? So I need a plus 288 there. Does everybody see how I got 288? Let's give y'all a chance to do the next step. I think y'all are getting better at this. All right, so to finish it up, we got a 12. We got x minus 2 squared. I got 18. I got y minus 4 squared. Kaylin, what did you get when you added these three numbers up right here? 216. Everybody good? So now next step, we divide everything by 216. That's the only way we can get it to equal 1. So more than likely, guys, you're going to need your calculator here. All right, use your fraction button. If you'll do 12 on top over 16, whoops, messed up, over 216. It gives you 1 over 18. That lets you know when you write this down, it'll be x minus 2 squared over 18. So again, just type in your calculator. 18 on top over 216 is, I got 1 over 12, so that'll be y minus 4 squared over 12. And we know it equals 1. That is our equation for our ellipse. All right, so my center is going to be 2 and 4. Major axis. Let's take the square root of 18 on your calculator. It's 4.2. Double that is 8.4 for your major. Square root of 12 is 3.5. Double that is 7 for your minor. All right, y'all complete number 12.